is home to around 14,000 people. In this town, there's only one bank left on the shopping strip. Ray Burgess runs the local news agency. He's had to change banks 4 times in under a year.
In just over a 12-month period, maybe 15 months or so, we'd lost 5 retail across-the-counter banks in the uptown area here in Morwell.
He needs to deposit and withdraw cash several times each week, which can sometimes be difficult.
Banks seem to be under-resourcing themselves because if there are people away at other branches, they'll shut your branch.
The difficulties facing Ray are impacting the lives of millions of other regional Australians. Since 2017, at least 30% of bank branches have closed in Australia, leaving around 4,000 still operating. In remote and very remote areas, the rate of closure is even higher, with 33% shutting in 5 years.
When you've got 4 big banks who make a smidge off $30 billion profit from the Australian community last year, I don't think it's a big ask to say keep some property in the smaller regions of Australia.
The rapid pace of change has prompted politicians to swap Canberra for the Gippsland city of Sale for a Senate inquiry examining the impact of regional closures. It's the first of several hearings across the country.
The message I'm getting from my constituents here in Gippsland is enough is enough.
This bank branch here in Sale was meant to close, but it was one of the branches that Westpac agreed to keep open until the inquiry finishes in December this year. Some politicians are calling for all banks to halt regional closures until the inquiry can find out more about how communities are impacted.
The corporate bankers, these executives in Melbourne and Sydney, instead of just sitting on their butts and shutting branches, start earning your bonuses, start talking to people and come up with more innovative ways.
Smartphones and contactless payments have all driven the decline of branches. The banking lobby group says customers are opting to do their transactions online.
What banks are doing are taking resources out of bricks and mortar and they are putting it where most customers are now accessing services, and that's in the digital space.
Back in Morwell, concerns remain about how elderly and vulnerable customers will fare without face-to-face banking services.
They're putting their profit ahead of the needs of the communities at a speed that's a bit indecent, really.
Communities just looking for someone to take their money.